Hello, and welcome to Sassy Scrapbooking. In this video, I will take you step by step through my process of creating this super fast and easy Christmas card. I'm going to be using the Anna's Christmas Cards and Embellishments 2 Cricut Cartridge. So let's get started. In the Cricut design space, I've already imported the image I will be using. This particular image does come with an envelope, so I will be making both the card and the envelope. I plan on using 8.5 by 11 cardstock to create the envelope and the card. Bearing that in mind, I've already resized the entire image as a whole to fit those constraints. Let me show you how I do that. On the right hand side, in the layer section, I'm going to click on each eye to hide the individual pieces that make up the card. This will leave me with the envelope image only. At this point, I can resize the envelope image to fit within the constraints of using an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. Now I can go back and unclick all the hidden pieces to the card, and the card is visible again. Now if I wanted to see the size of the card, all I have to do is go to the eyes that pertain to the envelope and click them. The envelope disappears. Click on the card and you have the dimensions of the end result of the card. Let's go ahead and unhide the envelope. Again, all we need to do is unclick the eyes to reveal the envelope again. And let's send the project to our map preview screen. In the map preview screen, I like to look at each mat that is being cut so that I can see and really just double check that my images are where I want them, and maybe even move the images to save a little space on the mat itself. Everything looks good here, so let's go ahead and send the images to be cut on the Cricut Explorer. Now that my images have been cut, I am going to assemble my card. I am also using the Peace and Joy to You and Yours stamp from Hero Arts for the inside sentiment of my card. For the inside of my card, I'm going to do a little bit of layering. I've already stamped my sentiment on the front of this white piece of cardstock, and I'm just going to add a little tape to the back and then layer it on top of a red piece of cardstock, and I'll provide the dimensions of both the white and the red piece of cardstock down in the comment section, so you'll have that information. Next, let's assemble the envelope. Now, the envelope came in two different pieces. I'm using white cardstock for the bottom of the envelope, and I used some red cardstock for the flap of the envelope. Now, the flap part does need to fit inside the envelope, and I am using my bone folder to make all the creases sharp. I'm also going to fold the flap on the crease. Again, use my bone folder to sharpen that crease, and then using some liquid glue on the outside back portion of the flap, I'm going to adhere the back portion of the flap to the inside of the envelope. Now, when adhering the flap to the inside of the envelope, I want to make sure that the edges along the top of the envelope are aligned. I don't want the red portion or the flap portion sticking up higher than the edge of the white. I want them to be even. And to finish the envelope, I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid glue on the flaps of the envelope, close the envelope up, and my envelope is done. Now let's finish the card. I'm going to go ahead and fold the card at the crease mark, and then I'm going to use my bone folder to sharpen that crease. Taking the sentiment layers that I've already created, I'm going to use my ATG gun and apply some tape to the back of the red cardstock, and I'm going to center it on the inside of the card. Now my last step to finishing my card is to adhere the red glitter cardstock to the inside of the front panel of the card. And to do this, I'm going to use some liquid adhesive, and I'm going to place the liquid adhesive on the inside panel of the card and then attach the red glitter cardstock. One thing I do want to mention is that I have cut the red glitter cardstock slightly narrower than the front panel of the card. I cut it to 3 5/16, and this is just to help reduce the bulk that would be at the crease line when the card is closed. And now my card is complete. At this point, I would like to take one more moment of your time and thank you for watching my videos at Sassy Scrapbooking. Please subscribe to my channel and watch my other videos. I will continue to add new videos as my adventures with the Cricut Explorer continue. Bye for now.